All right, so I got a reaction comment to y'all real quick, man. I saw this on TikTok the other day, man. I thought it was funny, and I thought it was some teaching moments that's in that thing, man. Let's get into it.
Listen, they don't give a shit, okay? This reminds me of a story. So I was dating this guy and he wanted to make a corn video. So he sends me a text like, hey, let's make a corn. And what I do for a living, a big part of my job is writing contracts, creating budgets, negotiating rates, creating schedules, getting things going. And so my response was, okay, so who's going to be in it? Mind you, my slow ass is thinking that he wants to produce a corn. So he's like, what? I said, who do you want to be in it? Because I got to write up these contracts. He said, us. And I'm like, oh. He said, nothing's going to happen. Nobody's going to see it besides me, I promise. First, I was like, but then my producer brain said, cha-ching. I tell him, yeah, I'm going to have to draw some contracts up. So I'm writing up the contract, making sure, if it gets leaked, this is how much money I will be owed, making sure that I include that I would have all rights and ownership to the video. And any profits that are to be made off of this video 100% belong to me. Making sure to include a clause in there that he's not being coerced to sign this agreement. He's doing so of his own volition. This contract that I'm drawing up is ironclad, and I am getting happier and happier as I write this thing. Like, damn, I'm about to really be rich if this thing leaks. I have entertainment lawyer friends. They would probably take on my case for free. I mean, this would be any lawyer's dream case because the money would already be in the bag. So, mind you, he never brings up the whole video thing again, which was kind of womp womp. But it brings me to my point. People don't give a shit about what they put you through until they're sharing the risk. So if somebody's ever asking you to do something that could leave you potentially exposed and you are the only one that would be exposed, make everybody sign contracts or at least consider it.
Now, I wanted to let the whole thing play, man, because I think this sister smart as hell, first and foremost. You know what I'm saying?
Don't give a shit, okay? This reminds me of
A lot of sisters get themselves in trouble by not making people do things the right way. And I want to go into the Bible right quick and just show you that what she did is biblical. Very biblical. This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 42 and verse 7. Deliver all things in number and weight, and put all in writing that thou givest out or receivest in. The scriptures tell you to put everything. Everything's supposed to be contracted. Everything's supposed to be contracted. So in a scenario where, especially in these social media streets, you know what I'm saying, these dudes, they be setting these sisters up, man, so they got you on camera doing all types of nasty shit, and they don't even want you for real, right? So, because most of the time, these ain't situations where these dudes is putting out their wives. These dudes, they putting out just girls they've been dealing with for a couple weeks, for a couple months. So she get into this bag of, okay, we can do that, but sign this paperwork right here. You know what I'm saying? It's like, if anything was to go down, you know what I'm saying, we gonna put some stuff in place where if you was to do to me like that, if you was to take it through all this process, all this, we gonna do it. I need the bread. All proceeds, all profits come to me. I own the video. So if I wanted it to come down, I can do that. If I find out that you was the one who leaked it, I can sue you for that. How many men do you think gonna actually go through with that? Very few. And I can parallel this to the marriage conversation and the sex stuff. Let's keep it a stack. How many men, if he don't want to really be with you, how many men is gonna go down the process of marrying you, signing a contract just to smash and get a divorce? They're not gonna do that. I like the way this sister think, man. Let me read it again. Verse 7. Deliver all things in number and weight, and put all in writing that thou givest out or receivest in. That's Bible. Let's get some more. Another thing that she did, and that a lot of people don't understand, like you hear different creators like Ricky, a lot of brothers on the Lapeef network, but in the truth, we call it proving. They call it vetting. Or, you know what I'm saying, when you're really trying to get to know somebody, you gotta do different things to see where they mind at. I'm gonna show it to you in the Bible. This is 1 John chapter 4 and verse 1. Beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirits whether they are of God, because many false prophets are gone out into the world. Now, what does it mean when they say try the spirits, whether they are of God? You got to see what this person really about. And a lot of people don't go through those steps to try to even figure out if this person a good person or not. You don't even go through the full process of trying to get to know a person, but y'all doing stuff like smashing on camera. Nah, ain't how it work. I'm telling you, this sister right here, that's free game. That's free game to all the evil sisters out here that just want to smash on dudes. She said, okay, we gonna do that. If anything come of this, if you want to be vindictive on the back end, right? Let's get back into something she said at the end. That I like that thing.
Would already be in the bag. So, mind you, he never brings up the whole video thing again.
I bet his ass didn't, because in most situations like this, right? Most situations that where men and women are coming together, they having sex, these situations don't work out. So somebody gonna leave the relationship bitter. Somebody gonna leave the relationship feeling like they might have been wronged or having a little ammo in their pocket to try to make this person look bad. You putting that thing on pieces on that paper, the risk too high. Why would he do that? He left it alone. Same way, he say, beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirits whether they are of God. When you make people stand on what they talking about, when they not really about what they talking about, and they don't have pure intentions, most people ain't finna continue. Now, obviously, this is an extreme case, and I thought it was funny, but it's real. She tried that brother, and he left that shit alone. It is what it is. It is what it is. Let's get some more right quick.
Was kind of womp womp, but it brings me to my point. People don't give a shit about what they put you through until they're sharing the risk. So if somebody's ever asking you to do something that could leave you potentially exposed and you are the only one that would be exposed, make everybody sign contracts.
That's a fact. Watch this. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 6 and verse 7. Let's go back into the vetting, you know what I'm saying, the proving. And a lot of times when things is going good, you ain't got nothing to worry about. But the problem is when the shit fall apart, like in most situations in the black community. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 6 and verse 7. If thou wouldest get a friend, prove him first, and be not hasty to credit him. Because in most of these situations, these sisters just go into these situations with no thought, no counsel, no real thinking about what could be the outcome of this. What could be what happens if me and him don't get along no more? Don't be hasty. You shouldn't be too quick to credit nobody. You trust this man for what reason? Why do you trust him enough to do this on camera? Verse 8, for some man is a friend for his own occasion. That's what that sound like in this video. He was cool as long as he thought he was just going to record you getting clapped up. And he going to have the video on his phone. He can show all his homeboys and do what he wants to. Might put it on a little site, make him a little money. But she did that. Why? She put that pressure on him like, hey, okay, cool, we can do that, but sign this paper right here. Sign this document right here. That shit died. Verse 8, for some man is a friend for his own occasion and will not abide in the day of thy trouble. Because that whole we was cool shit, that should go out the window when y'all ain't cool no more. When y'all ain't sexing no more. Right? When y'all going at it verbally, when you getting called out your name, right? When you see she talking to somebody else, I'm gonna put the video out to make her look like something. We already know how it go in the black community, man. Continuing on, verse 9, and there is a friend who being turned to enmity and strife will discover thy reproach, because that's the point. That's the beautiful part about what the sister's saying. This was a good example of what the scriptures say is being circumspect, thinking of all possible outcomes, because most people don't do that. Most people get into these situations, y'all just do it. Y'all trust the dude. Then when the shit fall apart, now you mad because he done leaked your stuff. He done told people your business. He done showed people what you like in the bedroom, right? Let me read it again. And there is a friend who being turned to enmity. That ain't good. Look up the word enmity. And strife will discover thy reproach. They gonna start revealing your shit. They leaking your tape. They telling your friends. They telling your mama, your daddy. They on social media blasting you. That's what happens. It is what it is. It is what it is, man. Let's get some more. What I got? This is a roundabout way, but I want to explain it anyway. This is 2 Samuel chapter 13 and verse 12. And she answered him, Nay, my brother, do not force me, for no such thing ought to be done in Israel. Do not thou this folly. And I, whither shall I cause my shame to go? As for thee, thou shalt be as one of the fools in Israel. Now therefore, I pray thee, speak unto the king, for he will not withhold me from thee. Now, if any one of y'all know the Bible, this is the story of Tamar and her evil brother. He sexually assaulted his sister in this scenario. But the part that I wanted to bring out of this was the fact that in this situation, she tried to put pressure on him by trying to get him to go through another man to do this. She said, Now therefore, I pray thee, speak unto the king, which is her father. He said, Speak unto the king, for he will not withhold me from thee. Because if he would have had to go through another channel instead of just her, it probably wouldn't have went that way. At the end of the day, that part of the story always jumped out to me because it's like, okay, in most of these situations, and we taking it away from the sexual assault part, right? Most of these situations when these women get into these scenarios, they not looking to ask nobody for help. They not looking to ask nobody to help vet or put this man through the paces or make a man go through a male figure that she respect to see what type of man he is. It is what it is. I always like that she did that. All praises that, you know what I'm saying, that brother got dealt with. Cause that ain't cool, man. At the end of the day. I want to know what y'all think in the comments, man, because in a lot of ways, obviously, you know what I'm saying, this was a funny scenario and she had to go through this. But you got to really think about how many sisters getting played like this on a day-to-day basis because they don't have the understanding or they not as quick on the feet as this sister, or they don't have the expertise to write up a contract. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody remember the Chappelle Show episode where, you know what I'm saying, he was pretending to be Kobe and he was making people, you know what I'm saying, sign a contract of consent. You know what I'm saying? But I really want to know what y'all think because I know a lot of people, a lot of brothers probably ain't gonna agree with how this sister did this, but this is how it's supposed to go. Like a lot of men, they hate the constitution of marriage because you have to sign a contract to get married. But in most cases, the reason why you don't want to do that is because you're not on the up and up. At the end of the day, if you taking your time and you finding a woman with her mind really, you know what I'm saying, in the right place, you know what I'm saying, her morals and values intact. She got a different way of thinking. She don't think like the average woman in America. It shouldn't be that difficult to go down there and put your name on that paper. But when you're not who you say you are, she not who she say she is, y'all haven't proven each other, y'all haven't tried each other, y'all just been having sex, y'all just been going through life, just doing stuff because y'all think that's the right thing to do. Y'all feel like that's the next step of the progression. Y'all find yourselves in situations like this on the negative end of it. You know what I'm saying? But you know, it is what it is. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. I'm out.